Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, we will go through 2023 HSC papers. Of course, there is the PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. Question 24. So we know the trapezoidal rule is this. A is h over 2 d first plus d last. And the height is the width of this strip here. So this is the height. And we have 8 meters altogether. So we divide to 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is 4.0. If you wish, for correct to 1 decimal place or 4. So now we just use the rule. So let's say this is A1 and this is A2. So we just need to work out area 1, area 2, and we just add them together, okay? Because we need to use 2 applications. So A1 will give me the height is 4 over 2 brackets, and the first is this one here, 1.9. We add the last, this is the last here, so 2.7. So now I just put down a calculator. So I just go 4 over 2 is 2 brackets, 1.9, we add 2.7 and we close the brackets, 9.2. So 9.2 square meters. And then A2 is equal to, so for A2, so this is the first and this is the last, and then the height is the same, so which is 4. So 4 over 2, 2.7, we add the last, which is 1.7. So that will give me, so 2, because 4 over 2 is 2, and 2.7, we add 1.7. Close the brackets. So 8.8. So 8.8 square meters. So now we just add them up. So therefore, area is equal to 9.2. We add 8.8. That should give me. So I just go. Answer, that is 8.8. We add 9.2. So there you go. 18 square meters. So that is the answer. Part B. So first of all, we know that the thickness of the wall is 0.8 meters. So that means the height is 0.8 meters. And we know that every cubic meters will give us 3.52 tons of concrete. And we need to work out how many tons of concrete are in the wall. So first of all, we need to work out the volume first. And volume is area times height. And we know that the area is 18 square meters. So that is equal 18. And we times by the height. In this case, the height is the thickness of the concrete. So that is 0.8 meters. So 0.8. So that will give me the volume of the concrete. So I just put on a calculator. So I just go. Answer times 0.8. So there you go, 14.4. So 14.4 cubic meters. So then we know that 1 cubic meter is equal to 3.52 tons. And we have 14.4. But we have 14.4 cubic meters. So from here to here, we times that by 14.4. So on the right hand side, we do the same. So therefore, I go answer times 3.52. So that is 50.688. So 50.688 tons. But we need to answer in 2 significant figures. So in another word, we just write up to 2 digits if you wish. So that is this one here, 50. But before we write that, of course, if it's 50, is 1 significant figure. Keep that in mind. So therefore, the one after 0 is 6. So halfway onwards. So we're at 1 to 0. So therefore, instead of 50 is 51 tons. So there you go. Question 25. Mickey wants to save $450,000 over 10 years. So first of all, we know that it is compounded annually with the interest rate of 6%. So in another word, R is 6% and N, because it's compound annually for 10 years, so N is 10. So in another word, the interest rate is 6%, N is 10. So therefore, this is the future value for an annuity of $1. So let me just write this down. So we know that the annuity of $1, the future value is $13.181. And then now we have the future value of 450,000. So we need to work out the annuity, okay, the yearly contributions, if you like. So I just put on a calculator. So I just go 450,000 divided by 13.181. So there you go, 3414,005. So 3414,005, and that is the yearly contributions. But we need to answer to the nearest dollars. So therefore, $34,140. Okay, that is yearly contributions each year. So there you go. Part B. Mickey decides to contribute $8,535 every 3 months. That means every quarter for 10 years. So in another word, and this time it's not 10 anymore because each year we have 4 quarters. So 4 times each year. So n is 10, we times by 4. So altogether n is 40. Now the interest rate is 6% per annum. R is 6% per year but compounded quarterly. So we need to divide by 4. So that is equal to 6 divided by 4 is 1.5. So 1.5%. So there you go. So now what we need to do is we look at the table. So for 40, so this is 40 here, and R is 1.5%. So that should be here. This is the future value, okay, for annuity of $1. So let me just write this down. So for $1, so the future value is 4.268. And now the annuity instead of dollar is actually $8,535. So therefore, we need to, from here to here, we times this by $8,535. So we do exactly the same here. So we times by $8,535. So I just go 4.268, we times 8,535. So there you go, $463,177.38. So let me just write this down. 463,177.38. So therefore, $463,177.38. So there you go. Question 26. To work out the area of the path, so that is the shaded area. So what we do, we just need to work out the largest rectangle and we minus the area of the smaller rectangle. So before we do this, so the length of smaller rectangle is, we just go 8 meters. We need to minus this gap out, that is 0.5, and we minus this gap out, that is 0.5 again, so that add together is 1. So 8 minus 1. So that will give us 7 meters in here, okay? And for the width, so we know that from here to here is 3 meters. So we just need to minus 1 gap only. So it's 3 minus 0.5. So that is 2.5. So 2.5 meters. So now I just need to work out the two area and we just minus out, okay? So let me just write on here. So the area of the larger one, which is 8 times 3. And we minus the area of the smaller rectangle. So that is 7 times 2.5. So that will give me, so 3 times 8, we minus 7 times 2.5. So there you go, 6.5 square meters. So that is the area of the path. Kim is mixing some concrete for the path. The concrete is made up of crushed rock, sand, and cement in the ratio of 4 to 2 to 1 by weight. Kim needs 2.1 tons of concrete mix in the concrete ratio. Calculate how many 15 kilograms bags of cement Kim needs to buy. So first of all, we need to know that 4 is for rock, crushed rock. 2 is for the sand, and then 1 is for the cement. So altogether, if we add them up, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So 7 parts altogether. So we need to work out cement. So for cement, that is 1 over 7, because the ratio for cement is 1 out of 7. And altogether is she needs 2.1 tons of concrete. So for cement only, so we just go 1 over 7 times 2.1. So I just put down a calculator. Otherwise, 21 divided by 7 is 3. So 0.3 tons. So that is for cement. So to work out kilograms, we just need to times by 1,000. So 0.3 times 1,000. So give me 300 kilograms. Now we need to work out how many 15 kilograms that go in there. So in another word, one bag is 20 kilograms. So now we need 300 kilograms. 300 kilograms. So what we do from here to here, we just go 300 divided by 20. So if you go 300 divided by 20, so 15, right? So from here to here, we times by 15. So we times by 15. So 1 times 15 is 15. So therefore, 15 bags. So there you go. Question 27. So we need to find the distance from X to P. So X to P is this length here. And we know that from here to here is 120 degrees. So therefore, this must be 60 degrees because it's a straight angle add up to 180. I've just used 180 minus 120. So that gives me 60 degrees. So now what we need to find is XP. So we have hypotenuse here because opposite of right angle. And XP is next to 60 degrees, so adjacent. So we have I, we have H. So we use car. So we go cos of 60 degrees is equal to adjacent, that is XP over the hypotenuse, so that is 15. So if I times 15 on both sides, so I times 15, I times 15. So that cancel out. So that is XP is 15 cos of 60. So therefore, XP is 15 cos of 60. So there you go, 7.5. So 7.5 kilometers. So there you go. Part C. So we need to work out the bearing of C from X. So from X to C is this angle here. So what we need to find is we need to find this theta here. And then what we do, we just go 180 plus the angle theta. So that will give us the bearing because it's from X to C. Keep that in mind. So now that, let me clear this first. So now that we know this length here is 7.5, and then to work out the angle theta, so we have adjacent here, we have hypotenuse. So we use CA. So cos of theta is equal to A over H. So cos of theta is adjacent, so that is 7.5 over hypotenuse, that is 40. So 7.5 over 40. Double check. Yep, 7.5 over 40. So now theta is cos inverse of 7.5 over 40. So just put on a calculator. So just go answer divided by 40 equal shift cos answer. So 79.19, but because we need to give answer nearer to degrees, so that is 79 degrees. So equal 79 degrees. But the bearing is, remember, from X to C, that is from here to here, is 180 degrees, and we add another angle theta. So we just go 180, we add 79. So that will give me, so just go 79, we add 180. So 259. So therefore, there you go. Question 28. So we need to work out which method of depreciations give us the lowest salvage value. So let me just work out straight line method first. And we know the rule is, so S is equal to V naught, that is the purchase value, and we minus ND. N is number of years and D is annual depreciations. So we know that V naught, the original value is 60,000. So 60,000 minus N, that is 3 years, and we times by annual depreciations, that is 3,500. So that will give me, so that is 60,000 minus 3 times 3,500. So $49,500. So there you go. That is how much it's worth, if you wish, for the straight line method. So let's do the declining balance method. And the rule is S is V naught, that is the purchase value, 1 minus the depreciation rates, and power of N. So 60,000, 1 minus the rate, that is 12% per annum, and for 3 years. Let me just clear this. That is 1. That will give me, so just go 60,000 brackets 1 minus 12 over 100 and power of 3. So there you go. $40,888.32. So that is $40,888.32. So you can see straight lines method, and this is declining balance method. So obviously declining balance methods will give us the lowest salvage value. So therefore, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.